One of the strangest experiences on the path of awakening is not that the world changes, it is that you do. A caterpillar does not become a butterfly by rejecting what it was. It simply reaches a moment when it can no longer remain what it was. Something within begins to outgrow the old form, quietly, invisibly, before the mind has found words for it. There is another creature that knows the same movement, the lobster. As it grows, the shell that once protected it begins to confine it. The armour that kept it safe becomes the very thing preventing it from becoming what it was meant to be. So it does the most courageous thing available to it. It leaves the shell behind. For a while, soft, exposed, completely without protection, it exists in a vulnerability most creatures spend their entire lives trying to avoid. And yet, without that vulnerability, without that willingness to be unprotected for just one season, there is no growth. There is only the slow suffocation of a life that has outgrown itself but refuses to allow it. Human beings are no different. There comes a moment when old beliefs no longer fit, no longer serve. Old ambitions lose their shine. Old conversations feel strangely hollow. Even relationships that once felt natural begin to feel like clothes you have quietly outgrown. The brain has been running the same patterns for years, the same identity, the same responses, the same story about who you are and what you need. And this begins to create a tension of something larger pressing down on its own walls. Growth is not comfortable for the conditioned mind. It registers as threat, as loss, as the unsettling sense that everything you built around yourself is quietly shifting. This can feel lonely, and not because you have lost your love for people, but because you can no longer pretend to be who you once believed yourself to be. And pretending takes more energy than most people are willing to admit. You begin asking different questions. What am I really and actually seeking? Will another achievement finally satisfy me? Who is the one trying so hard to become someone? You try sometimes to share what you are discovering, but truth cannot be transferred like information. It must ripen from within each heart in its own season. So gradually, you stop trying to convince. You become more quiet, more watchful, more available to what is rather than what was. The real awakening is not seeing that other people are asleep. It is seeing the life you yourself were living. And once a butterfly has discovered the sky, it does not look down at the caterpillars. It simply knows that one day they too will fly.